y'all, and welcome to the Crazy Sock Lady YouTube channel. My name is Kay, and this is my channel where I share all about my making adventures. Today I have some knitting, crocheting to show you. I have finished objects, works in progress. I have something that arrived in the mail. So we've got lots to chat about. This is episode 212. Today is January 10th. It is 10:26 a.m. It's a Wednesday. A very dreary Wednesday. We had some snow flurries earlier and it was so pretty, but we still have not had a significant amount of snow here, and I'm still waiting, Ohio, for the snow. Where's the snow this year? But I hope that you are all doing well since the last time that we chatted. I hope you've got something to drink. I've of course got some coffee, that you've got something to work on, and you're ready to catch up for just a bit here. So you can find me on Instagram and RAVELRY as The Crazy Sock Lady, and I will have links right down below this video for everywhere that you can find me. I'll also have links to my RAVELRY project pages, any shops that I talk about. All of that is right down there for you. So first, let's chat finished objects. I have 5. 2 are dishcloths, so I've still been working on those on the treadmill, and I finished 2 of them. They're both out of this yarn, so they both look exactly the same, but 2 are done. I have the dishcloth pattern linked on my RAVELRY project page. It is, I think it's on RAVELRY, but it just has a link, and I can't remember the name of it, but I do have it linked. I use a US 8, I think, which is a 5mm, and this is the Queensland Coastal Cotton yarn. I have no idea what the colorway for any of the ones I have left are because the tags have been thrown away. So not sure what this colorway is, but it's the Queensland Coastal Cotton yarn. 2 more dishcloths into the gift pile. I have quite a stack of those. I've got to, like, I feel like next year everybody's getting dishcloths for Christmas. Everybody, that's what they're getting. Okay, so I also finished 1 pot holder, which finished off the set of 4. If you didn't watch Vlogmas, you've probably not seen these, but I did new pot holders for my sister Cassie, a set of 4, 2 of the blue, tealy blue, and 2 black. What was the last one that I did? I don't even remember what the last color was that I did. I think it was the black, but they are done. This is the Bev's Turn on Itself pot holder. It is a crocheted pattern. Black is not the best one to show you. There we go. And there's the side where I have seamed them together. They all have a little loop, so you can hang them on something if you want. But I'm so happy with how these turned out. 4 done for Cassie. That's what she wanted for Christmas. It's a little past Christmas, but we have yet to see her and exchange gifts. We're never in any rush. It's fine. So when we see her, we will exchange gifts and I'll give those to her. The yarn I used for that is Sugar and Cream. I just picked it up at Joann's in big cones, a cone of the teal blue and a cone of the black. The blue, I cannot remember what it's called, but I do have it on my RAVELRY project page. The black is just black. I also finished 2 pairs of socks. So these ones, well, let's do these ones first because I started them first. These, I don't remember. Was I working on these last time? I think so. They're listed as a whip. So these are the Homespun House Meet Me at Midnight sock set. Socks. And I just have 1 on the blocker, but they are both done. I just did my vanilla socks pattern on 9-inch circulars. I did contrast heel and toe with a mini that came with the sock set. And then I also did a pop of color at the cuff with the mini. And I have a tutorial on YouTube for the sock, contrast, heel and toe, pop of color. All the tutorials are over on the tutorial playlist. I did 64 stitches for these. US 0, 2mm, same for the next pair of socks you're going to see. And those are for me. I'm keeping those. I love them so much. Those I started on January 2nd and I finished on January 8th. And then this next pair of socks you have not even seen. These are a pair of Scrappy socks. And I started these on January 3rd and finished them on January 6th. Same thing, vanilla socks, 9-inch circular. And I just used up fingering weight scraps that I had. They're pretty matchy, but you can see like this and this, they were self-striping yarns, and I didn't try to match up the stripes for that. I just used the self-striping for there. And then the same in here. This was, I know that this was Felici. I actually feel like this was Felici too. But yeah, I just used up some scraps. I didn't do a certain amount of rounds for each collar or anything. I did knit 2 purl 2 rib for the cuff for both of these socks, and then just plain vanilla and changed colors whenever I felt like it. And I knit them in tandem. So I would like do a little bit on this and then go do a little bit on this so that I could keep everything matching from one sock to the next as far as how many rounds for each leftover that I was using. But some of these I did use all of it up. I used all of this right here, all of this. The rest I still have scraps left over. They're still in a bag over there, and I'm probably gonna start another pair of Scrappy socks very soon. That is all of my finished objects. That's all. That's quite a few for a week. I have obviously been very, very busy and making lots of things. My works in progress, I am working on another pot holder right now. I have one going. These, oh gosh, are gonna be for me because I still have a lot of the yarn left, and our pot holders could use a little bit of a refresh as well. So this is the one that I have going now, out of the same Lily Sugar and Cream, same pattern, and eventually they fold in on themselves like that, and I just go until these touch, and then that's when I seam it together. I don't have a certain amount of rounds I do. It's not always a perfect square, but in the grand scheme of it, it's a pot holder, and I don't think anyone's going to be looking at it and saying that's not a perfect square, so I just don't stress out about it. I just go until the sides touch, and I'm like, yep, that's good, and then I seam it together. I'm using my favorite crochet hooks, Tulip Atimo, in a 4mm, and I chain 35. I feel like that's different from what the pattern says, but I can't remember, but that's what I chain for my sisters and then for myself. Also have a couple of socks, of course. Pair of socks for Wyatt. This will be the 3rd pair for him now that he is back into wearing hand knit socks. The yarn I'm using is Opal Classics, and the number is 9060. I'm just on the first sock, but here's what the yarn is looking like. It's so pretty. I love how it's working out. So I'm just doing vanilla socks, 9-inch circulars. This has just been my go-to lately. I always get asked if I have a favorite method, and I don't. I just do whatever I feel like when I cast on. Lately it has been a little heavy on the 9-inch, but for Wyatt socks, I cast on a size medium, 64 stitches. I did knit 2 purl 2 rib for 20 rounds for the cuff. Are you going to focus again there? No? You need a break? There we go. 20 rounds for the cuff. I will do, actually I think I'm ready. Yes, I'm ready to start the heel flap. I did 50 rounds for the leg. I make his exactly how I make Eric's. They wear the same size shoe, like the same length of leg, so it makes it really easy and perfect. So I'm just working away on those. I'm hoping to do the heel. Well, I'm hoping to have that done today, but Wyatt has an orthodontist appointment this afternoon, so this will be going with me. If I don't have the heel done before then, I will get that done at that appointment. but I'm hoping I'll have it done before then, and then I can just do some plain vanilla knitting. I have the bag here that I have this in is by, the tag says Blueberry Fields. I feel like I ordered this off of her Instagram, like she did not have a shop, but I'll have to double check and see when I do the show notes. So if she does have a shop, I will link it down below. The other pair of socks I have going are the January Yarnable socks. So I feel like everyone should have received this by now. So I'm going to go ahead and show it and talk about it, and then I'm going to show everything else that came in the package after. Well, we'll go ahead and show it all right now. Why not? That's the only other thing that I have to show, or the only thing that came in the mail is Yarnable that I'm going to show. So let's just show it all right now. So the January Yarnable, there's the yarn label. So Yarnable, if you're not familiar, is a yarn subscription service. I've been getting this for quite a few years. I will put a link for them down below, and I'll also put a coupon code down below in the description box that will get you $5 off of your first box. When I got an email yesterday saying that they were open to new members right now. So I'm not sure if they still will be when this goes up, but you can follow that link, head over. If they're open to new members still, awesome. If not, you can just fill out your email there. You just put your email in and they will notify you when spots open up. So anyways, I get one skein of fingering weight yarn. There are some different options that you can choose, but obviously I do a lot of socks. So I just get one skein of fingering weight, and I'm gonna go ahead and show you the January colorway. It is How Time Flies on the plush sock base, which is an 85% superwash merino and 15% nylon. Here it is caked up. Just wanted to focus on my mannequin back there today. Oh, look how pretty that is. I love this. I have cast on. I don't think I'm done with the cuff yet. I think I have a little bit left to go. And I'm doing Rhinebeck roomies. So right now I'm just doing knit 2, purl 2 ribbing for the cuff. I'll do, I think 20 rounds is what I'm going to end up doing. It really wants to focus on my mannequin back there today, man. I think I'll probably do 20 rounds for the cuff. We'll see. But yeah, those are started. They're going to be Rhinebeck roomies, which is one of my patterns, and I haven't done it in a little while, and it's one of my favorites to do. All right, so the extras that came in the Yarnable package this month, I've been waiting to show these for a little bit, and Eric's going to be so excited. He hasn't seen I don't always show him the extras, but if there's something sweet that he will like, I do. So this is one of the extras that came this month. Cassie's Caramels, Pecan Caramel. He's going to love these. I'll be honest, I probably won't. I don't like a lot of stuff, like pecan stuff, but Eric will love these. So there was that. And then we have, who is this by? Is this just by Hypnotic Yarn? Yes, it's just a Yarnable exclusive Time Flies Progress Keeper. Don't know. We'll see if you can see it in here. I think so. It's a little hard with the busy background, but you got a progress keeper there. And then there is a cast-on stitch counter set created by Yarnable. It says this handy set includes a range of stitch counters designed to help you keep track of your cast-on stitches with ease. So there are different numbers. So when you're casting on, you could put like the 25, 75, if you have a lot of stitches to cast on, to help you keep track. So I'm definitely going to set these aside to use when I cast on a blanket or something big like that. So that's the January Yarnable. I think it was so good this month. That yarn is so beautiful. I'm excited. I couldn't wait to cast it on. I was trying to be so patient so that I didn't ruin the surprise for anyone of what the yarn looked like. Because I hate having to like work on it and keep it a secret and not share. But yeah, I just went ahead and cast it on. So hopefully everybody has it by now. I have still been working on my DK jelly roll. Like I said last time, I will bring it down to show when I have all of the minis added in. I'm still working on December's minis because I didn't add those in December. And then I do have January's now. So I did take a picture though. Let me go ahead and put the picture up here of it this morning. My friend Jenny said, next time you get that out, you need to take a picture of it. So I did lay it out, took a picture of it, but I will bring it down here to show it, talk about it when all of the minis are added. I'm doing 1 mini a day right now. I'm also trying to get caught up on my fingering weight Cozy Memories blanket. I'm just feeling like I really want to work on my Scrappy blankets right now. And I was winding off yarn from, I think it was the Homespun House socks. When I finished those, I wind off some yarn from my friends Jenny and Kristen, and then I wind off 5 grams to put in with my Cozy Memories blanket and 5 grams to put in with my fingering weight jelly roll. And I was like, man, you just keep winding off yarns and adding them into these Scrappy blanket bags, but you never pick them up to work on them. So I'm like, you need to change that. And I decided to pick the one that had the least amount of yarn that needed added to it, which is my fingering weight Cozy Memories. I started this, gosh, I think back in 2020. It's on my project page, but there was a long period of time where I was not winding off yarn and setting it aside. So that's fine. But this is one that is just yarns that I have added or like worked socks up with, or I've made something with. The pattern I'm using is the Coziest Memory by Kemper Ray, same one that I was doing for my DK Cozy Memories in December. This is just a fingering weight version. So here's what it's looking like right now. Here's where I'm at. I'm working over on this side. And what I'm going to do is put a light bulb marker, you see those there, on every square that I finish throughout the month, and then I can total up how many squares I did in the month. But I added this one in yesterday and then this one in today. So those are the 2 that have been added. These are the leftovers that still need to be added. I just have them in a fancy schmancy Ziploc bag here. And once I add the leftovers into my blanket, whatever I have left of the ball, I add into a magic knot ball. And then I do have a crochet granny stripe blanket that I'm using magic knot balls for. So at some point I will add this into there, is the plan. Is that it for this? So for the squares, I have any changes or modifications I've made listed on my Ravelry project page. I am doing 20 by 20 squares, which is different than the pattern, and I do start and end my rows differently, but all that is listed over on my project page. The needles that I'm using are Signature Needle Arts, which they are, I don't know if they've completely closed their shop, but they were in the process of going out of business, so I don't know that these are still available. But I use a 2.5 millimeter for this blanket. But I just wanted to show that so that I can update y'all. Hopefully I'll keep working on this, adding a square a day, and I can show you guys my progress later this month on that. I have it in a bag from Fat Squirrel. I got this a while back. I might have got this at an event that she was at. I can't remember now. I think that's kind of it for the day. So I did write down just like reading and watching because I haven't updated on that in forever. But honestly, we haven't really been watching a lot. We have been watching Friday Night Lights again. This is the second time through that we've watched it. We watched it years and years ago. And it is honestly probably my favorite show ever. My favorite TV show ever. I just love it so much. So we're watching that on Netflix. And we only have 2 episodes left, so we should finish that tonight. and I'm very sad about it, and I have no idea what we're gonna watch next. Reading, I have just been reading through a ton of Freida McFadden books. That's all I've been reading. I finished one and I immediately started another one. That's it. I finished, the most recent one that I finished was Ward D, and right now I'm reading The Wife Upstairs. I just can't get enough of her books. They're easy reads. They're, I don't know, they're just easy reads. I read them on the treadmill. I read them before I go to bed at night. That's all I've been reading. Just one after another. I do have a Goodreads. I don't really post reviews or anything. I'm not one to like talk about like all the stuff about the books. I finish them and then I read them with the thought that I'm not going to be quizzed on it at the end, so I just enjoy the book, and then a lot of the times I forget everything that happened. Unless it was like crazy good, like Verity, I will never forget Verity. Anyways, I'm not one to give like a full review of the book, but I keep track of what I've read over on Goodreads if you're interested. Everything pretty much has a 5-star review though, unless it was terrible. Okay, I'm rambling at this point. I'm gonna finish my coffee. I hope that y'all are doing well. I hope you enjoyed the little catch up today. I will be back next week with another episode, but until then, happy making.